Good morning everyone, I'm Tony Howell, the follically challenged photographer, and in this video I'm going to be giving you some more autumn photography ideas. Now I make a real blunder during this video and delete an entire morning's work of video, but anyway we'll come to that in a while. And at the end of this video I get a 9 out of 10 photograph, so do stay till the end because I cunningly placed it at the end to make you watch the entire video. Oh, you can just fast forward it, can't you? Oh, that's ruined it. Never mind. Just found some magnificent orangey moss. No, it's not moss, it's mould. And yeah, it's the whole scene I want to photograph is basically flat on the ground. So obviously I want my camera fairly high so I can angle down. I don't know if you've ever thought about this, but obviously you ideally should have your camera should be on the same kind of level, the same plane as your subject if you want to get the most in focus, which is what I want to do here. Now you could be lazy of course and just go in with a wide angle lens, snap away, which is what most people on a phone would do, isn't it? Just snap away, but I want to get extreme detail in case I decide this is a really good shot. And this is a good point I want to make, because I don't know about you, but quite often I take a shot in the field and I think, so it's pretty good, you know, something made me want to take it, but I'm never sure if it's a good shot until I really get back to the office and study it in a relaxed fashion on the computer, and then I can decide whether it's a good image or not. So I'm going to take this one seriously, even though I'm not sure if it's going to be good enough to go on my website. So I'm going to point the camera down so the back of the camera is roughly the same as the level of the floor. Now I'll show you what I've got just so you don't have to look at me anymore. Right, so there's my scene and you can see my tripod legs here. So obviously I'm going to zoom in, and it's amazing, this mould. It looks as though there's some sunlight on it or something, doesn't it? It's amazing. So this is important as well, I think, for this shot. You don't want it, you want it on an angle. You wouldn't want to do that kind of thing and have it, well, I suppose it's quite restful, but I like angles. They make for a bit more of a dynamic kind of shot. So it's amazing. It really looks like there's sun on it, but there's none. So I think I might go in even further and just make that orange even more obviously the subject of this image to make it clearer to the viewer. Like I said in my last video, the fact that everything's still, there's virtually no wind, means just to make sure that there's no vibration, I'm not going to use the 2-second timer, I'm going to use the 5-second timer, just to make absolutely sure that there's no vibration after I've pressed the shutter button. Just found these really nice oak leaves which are going goldeny reddish brown. Now I want to get some separation from the background, so you can see that's my shot there, and yeah, the background's quite messy, and because it's in the sun as well, it's a right old mess, and the oak is not standing out. So that's my shot. I'm going to use f4, which is the largest aperture I can get on this lens to get the least depth of field I can possibly get. So hopefully that background will go soft. I'm going to wait till the clouds have covered the sun for a minute and then take my shot, because then the whole shot will have a more even kind of tone. I have to keep reminding myself to look up. It's very easy to stay at eye level, isn't it? But look at this beauty. This is a sweet chestnut tree. Yes, Not sure if I'm going to take a photograph. I might do. Pretty nice, isn't it? I'm absolutely delighted to find an acer here, a Japanese maple. I love this low angle where you got the leaves in the foreground. I can't quite get enough of the actual tree in. So I found another shot here, which is the trunk's an important element. So I'm going to put the trunk in the best possible place, which is probably against that light. Yeah, see the shape of that trunk really stands out now against that white background. So I think that's my shot there. This beautiful beech tree in the sun caught my eye, and I'm shooting up the trunk at quite a crazy kind of angle. But even though this is a 14mm zoom lens, 14 to 24, I still wanted to make sure that I got these little roots here from, they're not roots, well I guess they are branches of an ivy. I wanted to get them sharp, so I've done a focus stack starting with those that will go all the way up the tree. So I think it's important to have that bit sharp as well as the rest of it, so we'll see. That's the scene in front of me. Now, when I first turned the camera on, it was way too dark, so it was looking more like this. But I actually thought I quite like that, because the edges of the bracket fungus, which are almost pure white, are really standing out. So I think my final shot will be darker than the actual correct exposure. So that's the correct exposure. And it's all very nice and lovely, but you know, I think I like it a little bit darker. It's got a bit more mystery to it. I'm going to pan around this area looking for a good shot. So this is what I want to photograph. Beautiful damp leaves. Yeah. Oh yeah, I like that. I like that leaf there. That's a really good kind of focal point. This one on the middle left, golden brown. Yeah, that's nice. There's no green in this one, but I still like it. So it's just a kind of more brown, and there's just a little bit of the greeny moss underneath. So I'm going to focus on that leaf and try and get my camera back, which is obviously the plane of focus, level with the tree. So I'm going to go slightly further forward and point the camera down. Oh, actually that's nice, isn't it? Actually I like that as well. Yeah, with those two leaves on the top right. Oh, I'm going to take a few here, I think. But you can see I'm not even zoomed in. Oh yeah, I'm at 140mm. One of you kind people who comment on my videos last week suggested that he played a game last week, and whereby he was trying to guess the rating of my pictures. I thought that was quite funny, so play along if you want to. It might add a bit more fun to my videos. Another tip I gave last week was to use a polarizing filter, but I don't really want to use a polarizing filter here because there's a bit of glare on the water, and I like that because otherwise the water will not show up. So if you use a polarizing filter, it will cut down that glare too much. And although it can be good, and I'd recommend using one because you can saturate colours and you can cut down, you can control the amount of glare that you're giving to the leaves in your autumn photos. It's not always a good thing, but I would recommend trying it if you haven't tried it before, because a few people last week said they'd never even tried it and never even thought of using polarizing filter with leaves. So yeah, get it out and try it. Now I'm really loving this because I'm shooting through things, which is giving me more depth. So I've got nice soft leaves in the foreground. I'd recommend doing this because I'm finding all sorts of shots here. I haven't found a good one yet, but yeah, I'm loving this, flipping great. So yeah, find something to shoot through, and then you've got one nice sharp leaf, train going by, one sharp leaf or set of leaves, and then the rest is blurred around it, giving your image more depth and having a nice mix of soft areas and sharp areas in your photographs. Yeah, so try it. People commented on last week's video and said that they'd never even tried. A long-tailed tit. Stay there, stay there, stay there. My little beauty, stay there. Yeah, I went off on one then. I just love long-tailed tits. The old English name for them is bum barrels. I think that is fantastic. I'll have to use I've never got a good picture of them. They're just so hard to photograph. So if I find one online that I'm allowed to use, I will put it on the screen for you, because these are the most beautiful birds. And they move around in groups, so they're constantly chirping to each other. They're such beautiful social creatures. I just did a really daft thing. On this video camera I'm recording on now, I made a file which I thought was rubbish, so I clicked on it to delete it, and it said delete 11 files, and I stupidly was in a rush and I pressed yes, so I just deleted all the files. So all the work I've already done on this video so far I've actually deleted, which is oh, excuse my tripods, thank you. Yeah, now this is very important, because I think what I used to be like when I was younger, excuse my stuff.
I think I'm taking you out.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, mate, appreciate it.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I think I'm finally growing up, because what I used to do when I was younger was I'd really get cheesed off with myself for doing something like that, and I'd really give myself a hard time, and I'd even get in a mood about it, you know. But it's really good to know that I feel like I've grown somewhat in this, because I was about to do that, and I thought, no, I'm not going to do that. You know, even if I don't make a video, what the hell difference does it make? I am not going to spoil my great frame of mind that I've got at the moment, being in these beautiful woods, by putting myself down. It's so easy to put yourself down, isn't it? And I think we've got to love ourselves. And I without wanting to sound conceited, I love myself. I love being me, and I think we've got to, haven't we? I mean, you've got to love being you. I mean, if you can't love being you, goodness me, you're in trouble, aren't you? Because how's anyone else going to enjoy being with you if you can't love being with yourself? So, right, so now what I was just saying, or was I don't know, I might have deleted that file. I just got this shot, I'll show you on the video. Some beech leaves up the river. If I zoom in first, there we are. So these beech leaves here, really nice, and I like the dappled light on them. I think that's important. So some of them are going to be dark, some of them are going to be soft, and for this shot I've put the polarizing filter on because you can see now if I turn it around, it's just cutting a little bit more glare off the water. Not a lot, but it's enough to make it worth doing, I think. So yeah, I might have ruined my morning's work, but I am not going to put myself down for it. I am not going to give myself a hard time. Ultimately, if all this stuff fell in the river and it was all lost, really? Does it matter? It doesn't, does it? It doesn't really matter. It's bits of stuff. But what you do up here and inside here, that's what's important. Now for this shot, it's more about the reflection than the actual leaves. So I'm putting the leaves at the top of the frame and making more of the reflection. Now I really like the reflection, and you can obviously alter how much of it you want to be showing with the polarizing filter. So that's with the polarizer on full. Yeah, I think it might be best on full, because then you can see through some of the water to the leaves at the bottom of the river. This is the River Foy. So I've been at this one particular spot right by this tree here for about half an hour now, and I've just found a shot which I don't think I've ever taken anything quite like it before. Basically, I'll zoom out and then zoom in so you can see what I mean. So it's just simple. I'm going to have the beautiful reflections of the river with this in the foreground. I'm not sure where to zoom into yet. I'll figure that out when I take the still. So I've just found these leaves swirling around in the water here. And this very simple shot, but if you take it slightly underexposed, and you've got leaves at the bottom of the river as well. Yeah, this, I really like this. I've got some beech tree leaves in the foreground. The background ones are in the sun. So it adds a nice kind of variable light kind of thing to the shot. So I'll take that shot. I think this might be my best autumn photography tip of all. I'm having a great time here. It's just, here's what I got. Look, I've got these leaves in the foreground. Everything's blowing around crazy. And then I've got these leaves in the distance. There. Oh, aren't they beautiful? Look at that, with the river flowing behind them. Now it's blinking tricky, not just to focus because they're all moving around so much, but to get the correct shutter speed. So I'm not going to mess about. I'm going to go ISO 1600, you know, stuff the noise. Who cares? We can get rid of the noise later. The important thing is to get a nice sharp image. So I've taken about 10 so far, and I'll show you through those. And yeah, guess the rating, because I think they're rather good. an idea. I've done a critique video before and it wasn't very successful, so I'd like to try another idea whereby you send me a raw file and your finished image as a JPEG maybe, and then I'll process those how I would process them. So you'll get to see how I process my images, and perhaps my processing will be different than yours, and you might dislike or like the image that I come up with your images. So please send them to tony@tonyhowell.co.uk, and you can do that via wetransfer.com, which is a free service, so you can send fairly large files through that. I'd like to see them. I look forward to it. Thank you. Thanks for watching this video. Till next time. Bye.